right, and here with the fifth map? Yeah.
Yes.
We had a time. Fifth map, Fort. I'm here, Thuggzbunney, with Odyssey player and tournament host, Monster1215. Say what's up, Monster.
Yo, yo.
And Odyssey player, Random.
What's up, guys? Good to be here.
Alright. The most
I mean,
exciting...
you can probably just, you can dub that in on every video.
Sure. Alright. Nice shots there from the start.
Yeah, coming right out of the gates, firing. We got Bosman and Khan dropping down, trying to control RPG. Bosman is RPG king, so we're just gonna have him go get it. Khan's gonna.
He's mastered the art of shooting rockets.
Yeah, he has, honestly. So we're gonna have Khan at the bottom hallway, making sure they don't push. Bosman's gonna be hanging with the RPG. Yeah. And my dumbass is going to be in the cannon room, just dying, basically.
It's what you do best.
Honestly, I don't know what was going through my head this match, but I just had some really stupid deaths. Cannon room is so hard for me to play, man. I don't know why.
We could have switched, man. I don't know that.
It's just grenade dodging.
Yeah, no, essentially. That's really all it is.
Yeah, well, see, that and then Bosman and Khan would just go down, and then I'm up there by myself, and then they would just push me. And Wesley's trying to cover me from the back, and how is he going to be able to...
And he also has to dodge grenades.
Yeah. So it was just kind of like a really fucked up spot for me.
Yeah.
But,
and I couldn't really do much because I had to watch the spawns, make sure they didn't fucking flank us. That would have been bad.
How much have you tested this strategy then?
Well, the strategy itself works. Like in TDT, we had like me and Bloom were down. Glock would be in like cannon, Slick Fallon, and in the corner was either like Yaoi or Ice or something like that. Right. So the strategy itself is perfect. It's just for this combination of players, like it would have worked if I was just like better. But I don't know. It goes back to what we're saying about being bored. I was just in there getting bored, you know.
Antsy.
Yeah, you can see me, my arrow. I think I just swapped covers right in front of the camera next to Khan.
Yeah.
So I'm not even in cannon yet. I'm just kind of like floating around.
Wow. Nice.
Okay.
I think originally like the first 2 rounds of the tournament, I think I was supposed to be in cannon and Monster, you were going to be in the corner, but then we just for some reason switched it up. I think for Ares, and then
I
kind of stuck with it.
Well, you got, see, I got Wesker right there pretty quick, but when Wesker and Gwynna are shooting you, it's not much you can do.
Pretty much.
I mean, you could get good.
I think after the success that you had in corner against Ares, though, and AIE, I think it was, I think that's when we were just like, you know, you just play corner and I'll figure it out, you know?
Yeah, I don't know why. I literally had so many spawn kill opportunities versus AIE, and I don't know why, but when we played this game, literally none of them fucking spawned there. None of them. Like, I didn't get any. Like, not a single person spawned at the bottom of those stairs, and I had no clue why.
Bosman was in a spot. Because against AIE, I think they were more towards Dark Hallway.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because if you see me and Bosman are both like right here, so if we're in a certain proximity, they're not going to spawn there.
True.
Right. Also, might be worth mentioning that now you're trying to execute these strategies against a much better team than AIE or Ares.
No offense to them, they were really rusty.
Yeah, AIE is actually the only team who actually beat us.
Yeah. Right. We didn't drop a single map other than Plaza. Because it was 19. Did I say that all?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I can go negative and stuff.
Yo, Plaza's struggling right now trying to climb up. There we go. Yeah, it was definitely a really slow map. Fort is essentially a waiting game. You're just waiting for the other team to make a mistake and peek out enough so that you can kill them, or you wait for the RPG and just fucking get a couple snipes across the map. Struggle again.
If you watch,
Basically, go ahead.
like I was sitting in cover, Bosnia's hanging, and we were
Mhm.
talking, and we planned it so I'm throwing a nade right at that corner in that foul spot, right as he's climbing up. So if they were gonna foul him or anything, my nade was right in his face. So I'm pushing the guy back into the spawn just so Bosnia can climb up and shoot the RPG. I mean, I know that we recognize that, but I don't think most people plan like that. You
Yeah.
know? So just point that out.
If anyone somehow doesn't know this, Wheezy was not just aiming at a wall there for no reason. They will just spawn right next to you on fort sometimes. If you don't watch that, you're fucked.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, this map is honestly fucking horrible. Like, it is terrible. And to this
It's great,
day, I
but
still
it's
have
horrible.
no clue why it was such a popular clan battle map. Because the spawns are fucking horrible, the map layout is fucking horrible, the power weapons are fucking horrible. Like, literally, you just sit behind a wall and fucking hide and camp. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against camping. Like, tactical camping is great, but, like, when you're literally just sitting in one spot for the entire fucking game and every single
Because you're
match doesn't
uncomfortable
go
moving
past
anywhere
25
else.
kills, sometimes combined. Like, it is a bad map. But yeah, it
Right.
was so fucking popular in the latter half of the game, and I no clue why. Like, bad map. So boring.
Right. I think the appeal of Fort, and I think this is kind of true for Trainwreck as well, is I guess Temple, but it's one of the it's probably the map where Foul is. I mean, it's definitely the map where Foul is most viable,
Yeah.
and so it balances out the Foul and AK players. And personally, Trainwreck is my favorite. Cause shout out Bosnia right there.
Yeah, Bosnia being a savage over there.
Yeah, isn't that nuts? That's how you can do that.
And nice shots by Wesker there. But Trainwreck's my favorite because I feel like it's the most even between fouls and AKs, and there's areas
Yeah.
of the map where
That's a
you
good
want to use a foul, and there's areas where the AK players are going to go to more often. And I love the balance of that.
Yeah. At this
Balance.
point, at this point in the map, 1337, we're able to kill Bosnia, and they push down into the bottom, which is huge because you really want to control bottom on fort. But luckily, Khan was in RPG room, and he fucking clutched up and killed them both. And now we have control again, as they're trying to push, and wiped. And very quickly, the score is 16-4 on fort, which is huge because
Yep,
a
that's
5-kill lead on fort is
exactly-
fucking huge.
That's exactly why we had those two down there, because they've been friends for a long time and teammates for a long time. So having that chemistry together, it was very important. So on most maps, we tried to just keep them two together, because it was like unspoken teamwork between them.
Yeah, same with me and Weezy.
Yeah, so I was pretty much the outlier on this team, but that's okay.
That's okay. You don't really matter to this game.
No, I don't mean nothing. I was there, bro. Just soaking up.
Monster, where did you do this map? Literally nothing.
Yep, pretty much. I was a spectator.
Then you got a grenade
Cannon
though. We
room.
saw it. We saw it.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the game where I was actually doing something.
Yeah.
Because it was basically the Bosnia Khan show for 90% of the match.
So this map's getting a little bit out of hand. Would you
Yeah.
say that is 1337? Is there anything they could be doing much better other than just winning their battles? Is there much more that they can do other than trying to flood RPG? They tried a few times to work their way down there.
It's a good question. I mean, I feel like I really feel like if one thing doesn't work, like if the other team is countering your pushes really well, I feel like at some point you need to stop doing that same push and try something different. So like if they kept trying to push bottom, I feel like, I mean, like at this point the score is so far apart that like controlling spawns and make sure they don't spawn behind you, I feel like it's kind of pointless. So I feel like the guy, like literally all 5 of them, should have just tried to steamroll through the top and make us uncomfortable essentially to the point where they could try to claw back.
Yeah, like because you guys the best case scenario for you guys is the spawns stay as they are, and
Yeah,
and
like we're doing everything right here.
Right.
Literally everything.
right. So the best chance they have is
Yeah.
basically to just completely sabotage the spawns and influence those.
Shout out to Khan being a lagger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, I know there's only 19 kills in the game, and there's still like 15 minutes left. But at this point, I feel like the match is just essentially over. Because like
Yeah.
clawing back from this deficit on Fort, like no matter how much time you have, because it's so linear and it's so slow paced, and the RPG, fucking Bosna. But I just feel like it's basically impossible to win at this point. Because like when we have such a high lead, like all our team had to do was just keep trading kills, like just go one for one each time, and like there's no way they could possibly catch us, or we just had to run and fucking hide and camp.
Right.
So like no matter how much time is left, like they're fucked. And besides the fact it's demoralizing starting a match, fucking 16-4, now 20-5. That's besides the point.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
definite confidence breaker. It's a
Yeah.
definite confidence breaker.
And
I
when
mean,
you're
when
down
you see that score
3-0.
coming back on that, I mean, I don't know personally how their communication was, but I can assume that they were like probably arguing with each other and blaming each other, because when you're down like that, I mean, that's just instinct for competitive players. And
Right.
for
And
us,
being
we were
down.
we knew that we had this match at this point. We already knew that we were going to win. So
Yeah,
we
for
were
sure.
just trying to keep calm, not get all overhyped, and
Yeah.
keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah, it's really funny too, because going into this matchup, like we thought that Fort was going to be the most difficult match for us because 1337 is so ungodly good at Fort. Like I personally think that that's their best map, and maybe next to Temple, and it was just really a surprise to us when we kind of came in and just swept them.
Well, again, if 1337 had won the opening battles, then it definitely could have been their map. But you guys are holding positions and then getting the bulk of the kills with RPG. I mean, you saw Boston has more kills than all of 1337 combined right now.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that, but yeah, it's true.
He has 10 kills right now.
Look at his aim.
Nice.
Yeah, long range M4 there.
And the whole time we're communicating with each other, before any push is made, like Boston right there, that was kind of stupid, but I was up there with him, and I just dropped down to try and help him, because I told him not to push, and he pushed anyways.
Yeah.
So now we both died, but fortunately, I mean, the score was 23-7.
9.
Right. A lot of things
At that point,
would have to go wrong
Yeah.
for you guys to lose this right now.
Yeah, like a modded PS4 specifically.
And back to what you were saying
Shout out.
before. Back to what you were saying before. I mean, their pushes, they just kept doing the same thing over and over. The only like thing I could think of that they could do different was, like Random said, flood the top. If they take me out, then they have control of the top. They're shooting down, which you have the high ground over the guys at the bottom. All they would need to do is take out Wezzy at that point, and Random was in the corner, so there wasn't much he would be able to do, you know?
Yeah.
It was just,
Yep.
it was poor planning and poor execution by them for the retake.
And again, when we talked about their communication is probably not at its best right now. They're coming into this down 0-3, and then losing that opening battle from there. It's probably pretty hard to get hyped back up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So right now we're basically just fighting, just holding our spots, but they have control, so we're just basically fighting from our backs right now. Just maintaining the score, not getting too overconfident, not pushing. And,
Yeah. We're essentially just playing the clock. Yeah.
Yeah.
picking them off when we can, like that. You know, I didn't even fleet foot or nothing. I just aimed straight for cover, which it looks like the biggest noob move in the world, but you aim so fast that way
Right.
that he wasn't even anticipating that.
Fuck off. Ruining my KD, man. I was so close to a 2 KDR this fucking tournament. No, I'm kidding.
This fucking tournament.
Shots there, but
Showing off his foul skill. Bosna is actually very good with the foul. You don't get to see it much, but when you play against him, like in our customs and stuff, it was crazy. His foul aim is just nuts, and he's more of a pusher foul player instead of a camper.
Yeah,
So
that's all I was too.
able to. Yeah, he's able to just rush with it.
Pretty cool. Yeah, like
random, and just to get behind him.
kind of like how I was saying, how Slick's actually a pretty good slayer, which you sort of know that from watching just TDT videos, but he actually is. And in the same way, when I first played with and against Bosna, I just thought he was a really good foul player.
Yeah, he's very solid. Both of them are.
Awesome.
Randim is basically trying to infiltrate their entire plan.
Yeah.
All by himself.
I'm still mad at you because you told me there was somebody back in the base, but there was nobody fucking there. I think it was that guy. I think he ran towards the corner.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
man,
mean, you gotta
I was a fucking
understand-
ninja. No, you're good. You're good.
You gotta understand there's 4 other guys that I'm
Yeah,
trying
I
to
know. Yeah,
watch.
they're all in the same skin. I know. Still, I don't know how this guy didn't fucking die. Like, I clearly lit him up with all my shots, and he just didn't die. And he shot him off. It's okay.
It's
No,
okay.
there's-
It's okay. We're still winning.
See, what's good about my spot too is when we're playing, I'd say Bosna and I were very vocal on callouts. Wezzy was kind of quiet, Khan was kind of quiet, and Randim was doing the best he can from his positions. You know, because he couldn't really see. But me and Bosna were basically in the middle of the maps trying to call everybody out. But in that instance, I seen him for a split second, then I'm looking down, so I didn't see him move over there. So that's why I'm panic calling out to you.
I
saying,
understand.
Oh, he's in the back, he's in the back, he's in the back, he's... I'm
I
just repeating
understand.
myself, and you're probably
Yeah.
shitting your pants like, oh my god.
Yeah, dude, I was fucking... I was
All
literally...
for naught,
Yeah,
because there's no one even there.
it's all good. I took out 2 of them. Should have been 3, but it's okay. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that guy just not dying doesn't help.
So I think 1337 should just be pretty much rushing all the time until they get the positions they want right now.
At this point, yeah, definitely.
Down 15, less than 8 minutes. You can't make that up on Fort playing like this, I don't think.
Honestly, I feel like they shouldn't even really hold positions. I feel like they should just try to go from one end to the other like every time and just try to fucking wipe us. Because like when you're down this much, I feel like that's the most you can do.
Right.
Because I feel like the spots that you hold on Fort, like they are important, but at the same time, like the map is so goddamn symmetrical that I feel like it doesn't make a huge game-changing difference like say Catwalk does. So I feel like even if they did get their spots, we could just play defense and just fucking chill and not have to do anything because we're not really at that much of a disadvantage. All we really have to worry about is the RPG. It's other than that, we could just sit and hide the whole game. It's not
Even
like
with
there's height or anything. Sorry, go ahead.
even without RPG, teams can win with just top control if you play it right.
Yeah, for sure.
Like the RPG is not a game changer like it will be on some other maps.
Okay.
Definitely just playing from top and picking people off from the bottom and because you can avoid the RPG on this map especially because I think people are usually going for I don't know about usually, but a lot of times they're shooting like across map trying to get someone in the back with a foul. And like you see it a mile away, RPG.
Yeah, similar to train wreck.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
I think around here. Go
We
ahead,
got
Monster.
Winamax at the bottom. I'm pretty sure Wesker's at bottom. And they're in the back. I think Sano's right there in the stairway. So we're just trying to hold them into those spots because they're obviously not rushing us. And if we just know where they are with a lead like this, we don't really have to push or anything like that.
Not at all. I think right around here is when we started singing "We Are the Champions."
Was it right here?
Around here, because I was in this hallway. Fucking lasered Wesker right there.
Yeah, there's me just dropping down on complete accident. Didn't even mean to. I went to punch him off and
I
just
really
fell
fell.
off.
And Bosma being James Bond, casually.
Yeah, just sneaking in, infiltrating them.
Like, he gets fucked up. Yeah.
The awareness, man. He dies, but the awareness of that guy just running down the hallway
Yeah.
with him standing right there.
Hey man, the fucking wall's brown, the
MVP
Navarro's
player
brown, like a little bit of camouflage.
Yeah, he probably had his camera the other way, not thinking anyone's gonna even be there anyway. So
Yeah.
that's why those kind of plays are so special, because when they're not expecting you to be
Yeah.
somewhere and you're there,
Yeah.
it really fucks them up.
Yeah, the element of surprise is really a huge factor. That's why I never really shoot at people unless I know that they'll fucking die. Because if you shoot even a bullet, then they know you're there, and it's a lot harder to kill them when they don't suspect it.
Plaza stealing my kill right there.
He did that a lot this tournament. It's okay.
Yeah, I know.
We'll forgive him because he's the MVP, you know.
Yeah, shout out.
We could have been MVP though if you wasn't
Hey,
stealing
man.
kills.
I still have really good stats. So I'm saying, okay.
That makes one of us. No.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, random. So yeah, I mean, we could say this. It's gonna be 4-0. Odyssey champions. Congrats, guys.
Thank
you,
you.
thank
you.
And Bosna did get MVP for his tournament. Going
Congrats
into
to
the
him.
finals,
Really earned it.
going into the finals, random. It was you and Bosna. Just that I had. It was going to come down to how
Yeah.
everyone performed
Yeah,
in the
honestly,
finals. It was you
honestly, I
two.
figured that.
So yeah,
Yeah, but just the sheer amount of kills that Bosna got, and
Right.
the important kills that he got.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
Really pushed him over
Random's
the edge.
fury at Plaza was very crucial, but Bosna's just overall performance was just insane. He played out of his mind in the
Yeah,
finals.
definitely.
Right. It was awesome. And for the record too, if 1337 had won the tournament, Wesker was almost no debate. He was amazing all tournament. Amazing. Yeah. And so yeah, if 1337 had won, I would have given Wesker the MVP. But all of 1337 have done pretty awesome this whole tournament.
Yeah, we couldn't ask for a better opponent for the finals because we'd all know these guys. Obviously, if anyone's been paying attention to like the last 6 years, the history
Yeah.
me and Sano had, like the rivalry
Same
that we had
here.
for a while.
Same here with me and Sano.
Yeah, same with Random in Epic and everything like that. And me and Wesker are really good friends. Me and Quinamax are really good friends. And there was no other team that we wanted it to be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was between 1337 and Sky, which facing Sky, it would have been pretty much the same story because they're the reason that we even came back.
Yeah,
And
join the tournament.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a cool matchup against them.
Yeah, it would have been. But
Was it?
But I feel like it was very fitting that it was 1337 because they've been around for so long, and so have we.
Right.
exactly. There's a lot of veterans in this match.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, Orbo is one of the like original players. Random original player. Wezzy was an original player. Bosna. I mean, he played way back in the day. I played way back in the day. You know, it was like a perfect storm of everybody in the match.
Yeah.
Right. Like 2010 players.
Yeah, way back when. 9 years.
God damn, man.
Just even thinking about that. It's insane.
Yeah, it really is insane.
Yeah, we spent
10 fucking years on one game. 10
we
years.
spent all of our teenage years playing this game, and now I'm in mid-20s, and Random's about there too. Pretty much all of us are. I think Borb is like 35 or something.
Damn.
But I mean, we're all just like old now. But for us to be able to
23.
close, for us to be able to close this game off against them, I mean, there's no better way, you know.
Yeah, agree 100%. And right before the match ends, I just want to give a quick shout out to Revols for not making it to the finals. Cause fuck
Cut
that
his throat,
guy.
man. Just cutting his throat, man.
Fucking cocky as shit.
Yeah, for a long time, they assumed that they were going to be the top
Yeah.
dogs and
Yeah.
every
Good games there,
tournament,
Reese,
which-
though. They were just really cocky.
Yeah, I agree. But 1337 versus Odyssey, this finally comes to a close.
4-0?
And the entire game finally comes to a
Yeah,
close. Thought it would
Four-
never happen. Never see the day.
4-0 to 4-0-1 because of the tie on Temple.
Yeah.
And this was our way of finally saying goodbye to this game. Me personally, I'm gonna have one more video or maybe a handful of videos after this that I've re-recorded and trying to get everything set up for the final shutdown of the game. So just stay on the lookout for that. You guys want to add anything or?
All right. I think the gameplay speaks for itself.
All right,
I'll just say, I just want to say thanks to everyone who participated in the tournament, and even Aries, Rebels. I love you. You guys are awesome, and thanks for playing. And everyone and the whole community, spread the love. It's been a lot of fun, and
It really has so many
really cool.
memories throughout the years. Like, it's literally my childhood. Like,
yeah,
if I had to describe my childhood in one word, it'd be Uncharted. 2 words, it'd be Uncharted 2. So,
yeah, right.
wouldn't
Good
trade
shit,
it in
guys.
for the world.
Good shit, guys. 7-11 monster. You
Yeah,
suck.
amazing score. Yeah, but I just want to close this out by saying, thank you to everyone who participated in this tournament. Big thank you to you Thugs for sponsoring the tournament and putting up your own money to try and get
Yeah,
teams
dude, that
involved.
was honestly amazing.
That was
You're the man. You're the
Yeah,
fucking man.
Buddy.
I mean, you have been a pinnacle in this community as far as
Yeah, you really
tournaments
have.
and just interaction
And you don't get enough
between
credit,
members. Yeah,
honestly.
exactly. So I want to say thank you to you especially for putting up the money and for all your previous tournaments that you hosted and tried to keep this game alive for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Because without you, there would be no, TDT Monster 1215 saga. There would be no random epic saga, because we would have had nothing to play for. Because by that time, Big Two Crew is already just abandoned this game. There was no tournaments being hosted. So without you, we would have never had the chance. So big thank you to you. Thank you to Random for joining us on this commentary and being a statistical MVP for our team. Big thank you to Khan coming from out of absolutely nowhere. I didn't even know Khan before this game, before Odyssey. Bosna brought him into our lives, and I'm very thankful for him because without him, we would have never tied Temple. He played awesome all tournament, and just love the guy. Big thanks to Wezzy for playing with us. I've always loved Wezzy. He's always been just such a solid, dependable player. And I'd like to give a thanks to Bosna for taking a chance on me and making this team with me. And, I just love the guy, man. He really helped me out a lot. We formed this team off of the idea that we could build a team that would win within Random, Wezzy, and Khan. So big thanks to him for helping me put this team together. And I'm glad I got to connect with you guys and, actually get to know you a lot better because we knew about each other, but we didn't really interact or communicate and on a consistent basis until now. And I really feel like between the 5 of us, we make a really good team and a good group of friends. So very thankful for all that. And thank you for all 1337, Wesker, Gwena, Sano, Borba, AX. You guys played awesome all tournament. You guys played awesome in the final. You really pushed us to our limit, and we couldn't ask for a better opponent. As we've said multiple times through this this series of videos. But yeah, it was just a great ending to a great game, and thank you everyone.
Thank you, Naughty Dog.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thanks,
Naughty Dog,
Dog.
for making a masterpiece.
I couldn't agree more with everything you just said. And thanks to Bosna
So,
for being the MVP.
yeah, thanks
He
to
really
Bosnia
deserved
for
it.
stealing everyone's kills.
Oh, stop it. I was serious. I wasn't making a joke. Like, thanks for going fucking ham.
Yeah, he really did, and he knows that we're just joking with him. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
yeah.
the relationship that we all had with each other. So, very thankful for everyone. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating, whether you played or just watched or however you were involved in this community over the years. Just thank you, everyone. And that's it. So, we'll see you next time.
See you
See ya.
next time, guys.